Good morning, and welcome to Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow together. And it has been a roller coaster ride here for November. We've had rain, then we've had some dipping temperatures that really caused us to have a freeze here in the garden, and part of the garden received that freeze. Some of it froze up, and then some things are still alive. It depends on which part of the garden that you're in, that you will see different plants and things still green, and then others just hit by the frost. And I really think that it's about looking at the garden and just doing tasks, setting tasks, being intentional when you're out here, and setting tasks that you want to complete. Well, I did. I was able to actually work on some cannas that I had, and also the elephant ear that was further up. Now, these that I moved down here, I'm going to have to really tackle them before it gets any colder. But you can see that they've been touched by some of that frost. But because they're underneath this arborvitae, they're kind of in a secluded location. But I do want to save them. It's just a matter of being motivated to take them out of the pot. Because of the first frost that happened on Thursday, I think it was really cold and it killed the cannas. I had to go out and make sure that I catch it before the cannas die. And so I really wanted to, before they'd be no good. So I really wanted to do this as quickly as possible, to take them out of the container and save the tubers. But I just want you to see what the tubers look like. Right now I'm trying to get them to dry out because, as you can see, there are a lot of moisture here, and it will be easier for me to get rid of the soil as soon as the moisture, they dry out. But this is what it looks like, and look at the root system here. This was the tiger canna, and so I've just tied it up and put it in this this bag in the meantime. But here's a better look at what it looks like. So that's what the tubers look like, and they create such a beautiful leaf structure. Here's another one that's gives you a little bit better. It's a little bigger, but these are small. My other canna that I have, the reddish colored ones, rosy ones, look at this. That's a good piece. So what I want them to do is to dry out a bit, and I have quite a few here. And this is very small, but they will grow. Each piece will grow. Let's see. And I do want it to dry out. It's kind of hard because we've been in such a rainy season, and so it's been a little difficult with that. But I have all these pieces, and if I'm able to save some of them, I will have definitely for next year my tiger lily. And you could see which one I was talking about because you could see the leaf there. So that is one of the jobs that I did yesterday. But here is my centerpiece. I've had this for like the last 2 weeks or so in October, and it was looking so good because the color was still in on the hydrangeas. But now with all of this cold and the change of weather and so forth, they have turned this brown color, fading brown. So I still like it, and I think that, you know, it depicts what is happening in the garden and what's happening for us. But I'm so glad to see that a lot of my other plants still have color and are looking good here on the deck. I even have my geraniums here, which look like they want to flower. It seems like the frost did not hit them and they're doing okay. And I even have some blooms on this rose bush that I definitely need to get in the ground sometime, or I'm going to have to put it in a safe location somewhere in the garden. But it looks like it wants to bloom, and I think that's what I'm waiting for it to bloom here before I plant it, which is probably not the best idea, but I do like seeing it. So this is this Saturday morning. This is the first Saturday in November. So we say welcome to November. Welcome to November here at Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow together. We have been very busy cleaning up the leaves and just tidying up the beds. And it is a lot of work because at one point it doesn't look like it, but then when you're trying to beat the cold, or the fact that we have to come in early because it gets dark earlier now. And then the other thing is that in the mornings it's so cold and damp, so it makes cleanup not as rapid as we'd want it to be, because we're trying to stay healthy too as well. But we're keeping it under control as much as possible with keeping the leaves off of the grass, and that seems to be something that we're able to work out. This corner is a really nestled corner here in the garden, and so my rose bush here, this is my David Austin rose, Olivia Rose Austin. She came through really well here in growth. Not a lot of blooms, but a lot of growth, I think. And so I'm looking forward to her returning. And she's kind of like in a secure location here, so that she'll be able to withstand the winter, hopefully. Now this was Purple Perella, and you can see how it was hit. I missed this one, and it was hit from the frost. And then back here, that is my oak leaf hydrangea, and it's starting to change color. So definitely I'm going to have to work on this bed and just change, cut back things. Then I still have those daffodils and tulips that I want to put up here. And when I cut back everything, then I'll be able to see exactly where I want to put it. Yeah. And then this is the other side. This was the other fig tree. And you can see the one little fig here. So I'm going to need to move this to a different location. And then finally I'm going to have to take this up. This is my amaranth that I started from seed, and I'm going to take that up and move it from this location here. I think I'm going to put those tulips on this side of the bed. And look at this. It just so happened that a rose bush that I had here from before came back. It had died back real hard, and now it is shooting up a shoot there, which is two. I see two. So that is fantastic. Hopefully it will survive the winter and will come back again next year. I'm really amazed at the size of my Rose of Sharon. This is a Rose of Sharon bush. It was really the size of this right here. I do have this canna up here, and as you can see, it really got hit by the frost. And so I'm going to move it back to the deck area and just see what we get from it. But it was tucked away here, and maybe we will be fortunate to still have some more of these tubers surviving this. Hopefully that will happen. But basically what I do is I just knock off the dirt and separate them. So that's what I'm going to do. Take a look at all of my pumpkins. I just stored them in here because I was running out of space for them, and they fared well here in this greenhouse. They look pretty good. But in this bag I have the elephant ear. So this is the large one that I had in the garden, and so I just want you to see what the roots look like. Then I'm going to put them back in. So see, this is what it looks like here. This was the large one. This is the really big one here. And another. So it's good to save this, it's a good thing to save the tubers, because then I don't have to buy any next year. Just repot them up. That's why I need to get busy and do the same with the rest of them that are in the garden. I was able to get the canna out of the can, so now you can see what it looks like. And it loves a snug location. Cannas love to be snug. They love to be in that kind of position. But what I'm going to do is just try to drop it about, kind of bang it around, and see if we get some of this excess. You can see here's where I had worked with the other part, just trying to get rid of some of that excess soil. And it's still very wet, but they're looking very viable. But check this out. This ear, see that? That is rotten. But the pieces that are down here, they're still good. They're still firm. So I caught it in time. But some of them suffered. You could tell right in here. See that? That is from frost. That section bit the dust. And there's still some good pieces there. So let's see if we can get some more of this dirt off of it. I decided to pursue digging them out of the cans and actually gathering them here. So this is a really good haul. In here I have some more of the elephant ears here. That other elephant ear that I had, that package. And so I'm going to just leave them out, let them dry out a little bit on this day, and then put them back together. So that's the elephant ears. And then of course that's the canna, the tiger canna. And then this is my, I can't remember the name of it, but it has a kind of pinky flower to it at the top. And I'm thinking of just keeping this in the can, just letting it dry out a bit, and then finding a place where I can store it for the winter, and without shake, because it won't come out the can unless I destroy it. And then I have these here. This is the other one. This a lot of pieces also. So next year I'm going to be able to plant them all over the garden. My next step, as I said, is to let them dry out, and then definitely by Monday or Tuesday I will package them up, box them up, and put them away for the winter. It has been so damp. I don't know. The weather has just been so very damp here in the New England area. And so I really don't like coming out to do much gardening. I think we would have gotten more done if it was a lot more warmer. It's just so damp and cold that one doesn't really want to be out in the garden. But I do my little walk around and think about and try to plan what I need to do, and just try to enjoy the very last of this time. Look at how beautiful that is. Well, thank you for visiting with me on this first Saturday of this new month of November. And I will continue to keep you up on what is going on in the garden, because obviously there's a lot that has to get done as we grow together.